Hey, welcome back everybody to another stream today, or tonight I should say. I decided to kick it up, play something a little bit different here. Playing a lot of GTA lately, and all my other ones have been suffering, so I figured, why not jump on Car Mechanic Simulator? Anywho, let's jump on into it. Hope everyone's having a good morning, afternoon, evening, or good night. Wherever you're located around the globe. We're going to head on over here to the junkyard. We have $210,000. Now, we are going to be doing customers' vehicles tonight. That is for sure. We do have one in the shop right now. Plus, we got our own another personal truck in there that we're probably going to end up flipping tonight for some coin. But I'm looking for a very, very high-end project car. I can't tell you what it is. You'll have to see it when we find it. Now, I'm sure we will find it here. Ooh, V8 SUV. It's almost like a Mercedes or something, right? Yeah. It's a Benz, man. It's got 111,000 miles, 4,000 pounds. Comes with a V8 dual overhead cam 4x4 motor. But they want more than it's worth, so it's going to stay right there. Oh, it's been a minute since we walked around this junkyard. Whew. Been a long minute. Yeah, no, I don't want that. Oh, Camaro, 6th gen. Or MK6. Yep. 89,000 miles, and looks like the way it does. Very disturbing, to be honest, because of the V8 LS motor. But they want 1,300 more than it's worth. It's going to stay there for that, because it looks like it's probably missing tires. Yeah, it is missing the right or left. Yeah, right rear. So, it's going to stay there. Ooh, Toyota Corolla. Velen. That's $30. They're asking $30 less than what it's worth. Okay, well, that could be something. A GTO. Or it's just a TRX. Or, yeah, it's the base model anyway. Comes with one carb. It's got 230,000 miles on it. But they only want 82 and it's worth 86. Right out the gate, we're making money. Clean it up, do the body work, put some wheels and tires on it. Probably make about 10,000–15,000 on it. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, there's nothing else over here. Ooh, civilian. Willie's Jeep. Civilian. I think, or is it military? Military. Should have known about its canvas top. It's got 260,000 miles. Comes with the Willys i4 motor. And they want $600 more than it's worth. And looks like you're probably gonna need another motor because the head's off of this one. A bunch of moisture and water got into it. Guaranteed. So we're just gonna pass up on that opportunity. Ooh, a Trans Am. Is this the Bandit model? Yeah, it is, man. She's got a Shiv under it. You know, we got ourselves a Shiv car here. Comes with a V8 Hemi 446 pack, which we could technically make it look like a Pontiac motor. They want $50, or yeah, no, 150 less than what it's worth. Now the GTO is going to require the same amount of work, but we're making $400 profit right out the gate. Well, what I'm looking for is not here, so we're going to pass up on the opportunities that arise above us here, and we are going to head back to the shop, and we are going to knock out these customers' vehicles anyway, and potentially start building the Ram 1500 that's in the shop, and see if we can't turn ourselves a quick profit on it. hopefully. Yeah, it's still the same. Oh yeah. We also got one back here. Now I was waiting to do the wash on this because I already know what kind of condition this body's in. And it's damn near mint condition. You know what I mean? So let's give her a wash. I already did the interior. It's looking a little grimy, a little dirty. But she cleans up quite nicely. Ooh, look at that. Now we're not starting with this one, but he's coming to us with a very sentimental task. This Hellcat's the only piece of my grandma I have. Condition may not be perfect, but I really care about making it into something that will resemble production condition. Grandpa takes great care of it, but he's showing his age, just like the car. He could use a fresh approach to the subject. I want to surprise him. The condition of exploitation element should be fine, but the rest, the more difficult to access parts have surpassed the capabilities of Grandpa. Please take care of this classic piece for me. See you. And I'm gonna have to pull the motor out and all that fun stuff. I already know that. And do a little bit of suspension work on it. If y'all can take a little gander in here with me, it needs a new cross member for the front, oil filter, cylinder heads. Starter, just little stuff. But the little stuff can snowball real quick, you know what I mean? So it needs a new fuel filter, fuel pump. I think it needs fuel filter. I know it needs fuel pump. We can see that from here. No, fuel filter seems to be pretty good, but it needs belts. Belts are a given. New bushings. Yeah. But anywho, let's run this one back over to garage entrance B. Alright. Now what we're working behind is behind door number 1, right here. Alright, we got ourselves a C4 Corvette. Yep. Supercharged version. Supercharged. Now, the order on this one, the work order, is loud when accelerating, which means exhaust. I can see the cap needs to be changed there, and the middle muffler needs to be changed. So, let's order those up. Alright, let's see, we need a catalytic converter and a middle muffler. Alright, what else? Transmission is noisy. Gearbox controls and repair. Transmission not responsive. So, I'm thinking, well, definitely the gearbox needs to be changed. So let's grab one of them. Alright, where are you? There you are, right there. Alright, let's put this bad boy up on the lip. Now, do we need... I don't think it says nothing about oil, so that's good. Good. Now let's see if we need to get ourselves a clutch or a pressure plate or anything along those lines. Could be just simple. Alright. Start at the back here, work our way forward. Let's get rid of this middle muffler. Let's get rid of this catalytic converter. Check the work order. Boom, look at that. Found the loud exhaust. Move our way forward. Let's pull out this drive shaft. Surprisingly enough, it came up pretty simple. Next is the starter, gearbox, transmission. Ah, yes. Okay. Now, pull out the release bearing, the pressure plate, and everything else looks to be pretty darn good. Let's take a little gander here. Got the pressure plate, general gearbox control and repair, release bearing, and we need the gearbox itself. So we need a release bearing and a pressure plate. So let's go back to the start of this package deal here. We need a pressure plate and a release bearing. Alright, well, we're waiting on those to show up. Let's get this motor ready to be pulled. Alright. Got a few things on here we got to take off first. Namely, front drive shaft. And we gotta get rid of this drive shaft, the rear one. After we spray with the DW04. Alright, now we're going to remove the transfer case. After, of course, we sprayed a bolt or two. Now we get rid of the gearbox. 345 Hemi. Alright, now we can pull this motor out of here. Let's grab these wheels. They don't need to be on here either. And then awesome. I'm gonna run over here to the other side. Perfect. Beautiful. Guess we get rid of that bearing too. Alright. Get rid of this other bearing. Alright, now drop this back down. Pull the motor out. Yeah, we got the lift pinned underneath the truck so it won't fall off at all. There we go. Alright, now does it tell me what kind of condition the body panels are in? Let's see, the left door, rear bumper, right rear fender, tailgate is good. But the hood, rear right door, and the front right door are shot. Okay. So this is good. That's good. That shot, that shot, but that door over there is good. So, oh, just got a notification telling me that my pots are here. Alright, where are they? Oh, wait, I saw it. It's back here. Perfect. We got them all. Yeah, we got the few things that we did order. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Perfect. Let's go get that Corvette out of the shop, shall we? Alright. So run in here. Click up on the back side of the motor. Put the pressure plate on. Put the release bearing in place. I think maybe what we're going to do here, run back over here and then look for I guess we could fix the drive shaft. These are all off the Dodge. We can also fix the starter too, so that's pretty good. Alright. So, let's put the gearbox back on. Perfect. Starter, brand spanking new, rebuilt. Catalytic converter, the drive shaft. And now the middle muffler. This thing should be finished. Yeah, buddy. What are we gonna get from it? Oh, look at that, 3,700 bucks. So we're a little over 100 bucks more than what we got when we started. Oh yeah, I can't do that when it's on the lift. Alright, so let's just get reacquainted here. The trunk, or tailgate, rear bumper, rear left door. Huh. Oh, the fender is shot. Okay, my bad. Alright. Rear left door, rear bumper, and tailgate. Okay, yank this off. Yank this off. And this. And let's go fix some parts. If we're available yet. Yes, we are. Okay. Perfect. So slap those back on the truck. And then the rear left door. Good, good, good. Now everything else can get on out of here. Now the rear right fender was also shot, right? Oh, that's repairable. Huh. Right, check that. Yeah, okay, we got everything. Wrong station. It would be this one. Perfect. Was this truck blue or yellow? Yellow. Oops, somebody found a blue parts truck. Pretty sweet. Yep. Alright. Now, let's bring in car number 2. This beauty right here. Car lift 8. Okay. Alright, what do we got going on here? Yeah, let's go put some stuff in the inventory to clear it out. And I also maybe might want to use a new block, or the original block if possible. Let's kind of strip this down. You never know. You know, it could be good clutch components, good flywheel, good crankshaft. I mean, if it's a repairable crankshaft, we're probably going to end up using it. Cylinder heads on it. Son of a biscuit. Oh, well, that was easy. Didn't know if there's going to be spark plugs in it or not. So this little SOB takes 16 spark plugs. It's going to be an expensive motor to build, shit. In a way, I'm kind of glad there is no supercharger on it. Alright. Ooh, that's going to save us some money. Alright. Need this. Need this. Not too worried about that because we're getting aftermarket. Can reuse this. Need the crank. And the engine block. I mean, look at that. We basically just bought a brand new engine block for 238 bucks. You can't beat it. You know what I mean? So, let's go into our little pickle chunk of parts here. Alright, now I need to figure out where my used parts are. Right here. Perfect. And now we're going to go boop, 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 boop. Because see, I can actually use these parts for, say we build an LS motor or something like that. You know what I mean? So, kind of got that going for us right now. Always save the pieces. You never know when they're going to come in handy. Eventually I'll go back through here and reorganize it and such. Yeah, you're right. No, I won't. No, I will not. So when it comes time, I'll be sitting there going, where's these parts I put in here? Alright, I think we're pretty much done there. Yep. Now we're going to click back over, go down to number 6, which is the body panels. Go over here. And I could fix all these and probably make a penny off of them, but, you know, tomato, tomato. Alright, now we need wheels. Perfect. Beautiful. What else do we have? No, just the parts that we'll be using on it. That was the door. Alright, so we can actually sell everything. That's 30% or lower. Alright, now we're back on cue. Start working on this. Ooh, look at that. Nice supercharged V8 OHV. Ooh, baby. It's got flat like a top. Well, what's the issue? It's a drag race version. It's got 187,000 miles. It's a customer's C3 Corvette. Alright, brake system needs fixing. Transmission not responsive. Gears keep slipping. General gearbox control and repair. And increase the tuning by 10 to 15%. Okay, 10 to 15% they say, hey. Alright, so let's take a little stroll down the lane here. Let's see, we can do a starter, which would be 1.5%. Carburetors, which are 3% each. So that's a given. Let's keep on cruising on. Now there's no ECU, so that's kind of pointless to use. Let's see. It's exhaust. 0.8 would be 1.6. Now they said 10 to 15%. Now we're already up 6%, I think. Yeah, 6% right now. 2.1. If we're going to put a bit more fuel goodies in it, our best bet is probably increase the fuel, right? Alright, now I'm looking for right here. Alright, let's see. The intake is 2%. And the Ubercharger itself is 4%, which gives us 6%, plus the 6% we already have, which makes it 12. So, that's funny as heck. 5.5% increase. So that would cause it to go over if we got both of them. But I ain't got to worry about that. So currently we have a new intake or Ubercharger intake. We got a new supercharger and we got new carburetors. Alright, so let's remove the scoop there. Let's get rid of these air filters for now. Pull these carbs. And we have to drop our way down to well, I'll put the car up on the lift anyway, if nothing else. Alright, now we can get rid of the supercharger. Now the supercharger intake. Perfect. Let's get rid of the fuel filter and the fuel pump. Alright, got her stripped down pretty good. Never even thought, transmission would give us some kind of percentage, so we could have used that. Never even thought about that. Alright, up under the car. Let's remove the starter. Actually, what condition? Look at that. I'm definitely putting all these away. Yeah, see, the reason why you see the parts right now is because they're marked in my inventory. So that's why they look like they're there, but they're not actually there. I have to go over to the boxes to get them. We still got to do brakes on it. So, I think I know why the gears are slipping. You shall too see in a minute. Needs new clutch plate. Flywheel looks to be not bad. It looks like we need a caliper on the front right. Just take a little gander through here if we can see. The brake pad looks fine. Looks to be just a caliper for that side. But I'm not going to be able to look inside of the rear without taking the tire off. So looks like our rotor might be pooched on this side. It's always good, ain't it? Alright, so what do we need? Alright, so we need a clutch plate, pressure plate, and the OHV V8 gearbox right here. 900 bucks. And then I was noticing that we need a new caliper, a new brake disc ventilated. Should be two things. Oh wait, I forgot it's got disc brakes on the rear of this one too. Oh yeah, buddy. I forgot about that. Is that pads too? Yeah. As far as I can see, it looks like brake pads. Yep. I wonder if it's pads and rotor. Yeah, it is. Huh, okay. Alright. Now, how bad is that rotor? It's 15%. I think I want to repair all the braking stuff for this car. I'm just going to strip it all down, put it all back on. We have the brake lathe. You know what I mean? Oops. We have the brake lathe. Why not use it? Right? We have the repair bench. We can fix all the brake components to it. Save the customer a little bit of money. As we all know in this day and age, saving a little bit of money always helps. Believe me. Although we might need to replace that. Yeah, I was going to say that front brake disc is... She definitely seen better days. Alright, let's get rid of this caliper. Brake pad. Rotor. Alright, we got this thing completely stripped down with brake parts now. Alright, first one first. Let's see, we got 2 discs and a rotor. Well, that's doing that. It takes a minute. We're going to start right here. Alright. Come on, little brake parts. Using all the OEM equipment. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Alright, what do we need? We still need a brake? Let's see. Definitely need brake pads. So actually, maybe we'll replace all 4 of them. Let's see. We got... Alright, we still got to finish the rest of the rotors. Alright, let's see here. Brakes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah. Doesn't need them, but what the hey? Hopefully all of our stuff shows up. Takes a minute, doesn't it? Good. I think we're pretty much all done with those. Yep, okay. Alright. Well, I guess we can put the rears on. Still waiting on the pads to show up. Alright. Actually, I think they're here anyway. Like I said, man, this dude, this new parts delivery guy I got, man, he's bang on. I put the part in, it's normally here in like 5 minutes. It's weird. I never seen that before. Alright, let's see now. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Got all that. Got all of our gearbox equipment. We've got all of our aftermarket performance. And we got all of our pads and such. So, good. So, away we go, assembling everything. Alright, they're all the same tires, but we're going to go with 67 for this one. And I should clean the wheels for the dude too. Alright, now we're going to put the higher rated one on, 69%. Looking good. Let's put the rotor on up front. Z-brake pod. The caliper. Beautiful. I mean, it truly, really is. But we have all the parts and pieces to put this thing back together in really a timely fashion. And after this car's done, we're not going to quite worry about that Chevelle outside yet. We're gonna let that stew for a minute. I want to finish the teardown on that truck, and at least get the body refinished. Actually, maybe I'll order parts for it right now. Front left door, both rear doors, the fender. Alright. Need the bumper, front left door, window, front left fender, front right door, window, that fender, that window. We got this door, got the bumper. We need taillight, mirror, headlight, hood, left rear fender, rear right door. We got that already refixed. We need a new window, headlight, mirror, taillight, and windshield. So when they get here, we can legit fix the body, which I'll do once I finish stripping all the suspension off of it. And then, yeah, do the metal work on it, put it back over in the paint booth, and actually I think we're going to do the test pads first, put all the body panels on it, and then we will bring it over to the paint shop, and I'm not even sure what color we're going to go on it. I mean, I really don't have a clue. I really don't. Alright, so now let's increase the tuning part by 10 to 15%. So, if my math is mathing correctly, which it sometimes does, sometimes it doesn't, that's 2. $2.8, 6.8, 9, 10, 11.8, 14.8. How did my math not map there? Now is this going to put me over the limit? Nope, kept this within reasoning. Because we're keeping these air filters, it's not going to put us way over the limit. It's 12, 13.5, 14.3. Is what my guesstimation is. I know the expression curiosity killed the cat. So we're going to head over to the dyno. Honestly, see what it makes. Alrighty, in the dyno. I can't tune it because it's not my car. But, however, looking snazzy. Can't really see anything anyway. Alright, factory power, so it'll be 498 horsepower at 4,300 RPM and 691 pound-feet of torque at 2,800 RPM. I wonder how much we've increased it by. Let's find out, shall we? All right, the new, well, we lost. The new horsepower now is 480 horsepower at 4,300 RPM, and the new torque numbers now are 666 pound-feet at 2,800 RPM, which is a decrease of 18 horsepower or 3% and 24 pound-feet of torque, or once again 3%. The tuning is 14.1%. That don't sit well with me. So you mean to tell me, mind you, if that's what the increase was, I wonder what it would have been. That's messed up. Alright, well, here's what it is. Now we're sitting at basically an even 200,000. Let's see what we're going to make from this. 13,000, not bad. Put us right back up to basically where we were. Alright, let's run on inside the shop here. Alright, let's see here. What do we got? I may as well take out the seat. Doesn't need to be here anymore. There we go. Perfect. I think we're going to put this up. Yep. All the way up to the top. All the way up to the top. Alright, now we're going to remove the rear. I'm glad I can spoke tonight. The rear wheels. Which I have not had off yet. But before we go ahead and start disassembling everything. Oh wait, yeah, I screwed this one up, didn't I? Huh. Yeah? Well, I wouldn't say it's focused. Well, it is, you know? It is, because it's pretty much straightforward, you know what I mean? So, it is what it is. Uh-oh, I need a bearing. I need the bearing. Where's the bearing? Right there. And together so I can put a wheel on it. Leave me, I don't have the actual parts. Oh no. What did I do? What did I do? Alright, what kind of front drive axle A? Perfect. Now, this truck comes with 20s. How big are 20s? 55 R20. Yeah, it is pretty fun. I think what makes it funner, or just as fun, is it's easier. You know, this makes vehicle repair look so simple, so straightforward, right to the point. Although, if you had to deal with wiring, like you do on the new modern vehicles, I don't think it'd be so much fun. For me, it would be, because I love dealing with wires on the vehicle. But for other people, they'd be like, yeah, no, we're good, man. Alright, let's see. I want a 25-inch wheel. Oh, wrong one. I want a 25-inch wheel. What does we want? Or style? And what kind of... Oh, wait, right here. I'm sensing a vision. Okay, I'm gonna go... 50. And then we're gonna go... maybe 40 series. Let's go 125, 305, and we're gonna go 40. And hopefully that gives me the look I'm looking for. Maybe. Tire sure as hell does not look wide enough though. Alright. Put this old wheel on there. Gives me a little bit of stick out. Yeah, okay, I can dig it. I do like that wheel on there though. Done with a nice flat black. I think it looked pretty dang sharp. Or even a gloss black would probably look good. The front. I honestly think it sticks a little bit more in the front. To be honest. I don't know, maybe not. It's about the same. Yeah, looking pretty good. Okay, so we need 425. But we're going to make it a little bit wider though. I'm going to go 335. And if we go 35s, should compensate for the extra width, because it'll always make the tire a little bit the higher sidewall. Yeah, okay. And then I chose these ones, but kind of having second thoughts on it right now. Questioning my judgment. here somewhere. I don't know where they are though. I know they're in here. There they are. I don't know. Tossed up between these ones and the other ones. The other ones are smooth faced. I guess it's got a little bit of a crown in it, a little bit of bevel. So actually I think we will go back to the original ones I picked out. Just gotta remember where, there they are. Let's go 4. Oh, we only need 4, not 6. Not unless we want 2 spares. I think we're gonna balance these ones out to 50. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. There's our test wheel. Now we can start removing everything that we just put on. I gotta put the truck up in the air for that. That sucks. Alright, let's get these wheels and tires taken care of. Actually. Ooh, that's bright. Yeah, I'm gonna go black. Yeah, that is true. True. I don't know, I prefer the older stuff. Yeah. I can believe it. Like, well, it's just my personal preference, that's all. Now, with the way on how got all these new... Yeah, but what I'm saying is vehicles today are so much easier to work on than the old school ones. Now, most of them nowadays, all you gotta do is plug in your little scan tool into the OBD port, and it more or less tells you what's wrong with your vehicle. Versus before, it was all you had to play with the guesstimeter. But at the same time, it's still basically the same concept and principle that it is today. Now there's just like a football field of wires. Which, as long as you don't got any wiring issues, it's not bad. Alright, wheels and tires together. Beautiful. Alright, now we finish the teardown. Alright, let's see. Pull this off, take this out. Maybe. It'll let us. Alright. Let's see. I'll save on the little bushings for the minute. Dang, that one looked like it needed to get sprayed. Huh. Seems that my dog is losing his mind. Just give me a second here. Just gonna take a little gander out front. Make sure nobody's messing around with my stuff. Pretty good, pretty good. Not bad, not bad. Don't see nothing. I think the dog's starting to lose his mind finally. Because that dog probably hears stuff like 4 blocks over. Alright, on to the other side now. Beautiful. Little bushings, gone. Loose spring U-bolts, almost gone. 50%. 100%. Well, almost. Gotta remove the bolt. Alright, let's take off the leaf spring plate. The leaf spring itself. Alright, swing around here. Get this caliper out of the way. Beautiful. Solid drive axle for the rear, gone. Backing plate. The rear knuckle housing, C, gone. Differential, gone. Alright, yeah. Definitely seen better days, that's for sure. How many miles are on this thing again? Only 50,000 miles, that's it. Man, good gracious, man. Where do these guys bring these cars? Right next to the ocean, maybe? Like, dang. You know, I understand engines blowing up and such at that low mileage, but completely rotted out? Damn. They've been officially driving them things hard and putting them away wet. Alright, let's get this coilover out of the way. Good. Inner tie rod. Okay, I thought we were on the control arm, but you know, shite happens, right? You know. Alright, let's get rid of this. Let's take out the bigger bushings. There we go. Take out the other bigger bushing. Alright, now we're going to swing our way around to the other side. Take out the rear bigger bushing on the passenger side front. Alright, let's get rid of this coilover off of this side. Good. Alright. Perfect. Inner tie rod, you are gone. Goodbye. Steering rack. Sway bar. Upper control arm. Seems that the lower is really bad. It's almost like they come from a rust belt. But I didn't remember seeing that on the plate. If there even was a plate, I can't remember. I don't know. Alright, brake roll tab. Let's see here. It's 65. What? Real cars. I don't know, maybe it's just a contaminated metal, maybe. That'd be my guess, anyway.
No snow in my country, no sort. Prague is extremely far inland away from the ocean, yet it's still absolutely rotted out to the point simply moving.
Yeah, it must be probably contaminated metal, maybe. Over the last few decades of vehicles, they've went down in quality quite a lot, so who knows? Alright, we're gonna move this over to car lift A. Alright, the old Dodge is stripped down finally. Alright, while we're waiting on that, let's check our little numbers here. Ooh, look at that. Alright. Perfect. Perfecto. Let's move this over to test path. We need an interior for it. There's the rear seat. There's the front seat. And then we want we don't want the factory wheel for it, so it looks just plain and boring. We want the SRT, this one. It'd be awesome if we could change the color inserts on it, so instead of yellow, put something else on. Yeah, it fits it. Doesn't cover up the gauges. Well, except for where the shifter is, but that's just factory. It's only the fuel, we ain't gotta worry about that too much. Got the battery, the temp, the oil, the tachometer, and the speedometer. Now, I wonder if the truck actually goes to 120 mile an hour. Good question. We'll have to figure that one out. But what about that piece? How come I don't have that piece? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, easy fix when you get stuck is just move it over to where you want it to go.
It was a 1974 car, so it is old, but still we got a few 70s cars here that have been rotting, likely for similar time, that had less rust. RG.
Yeah. Where were the S6?
Something about them just caused them to rot out especially bad compared to other vehicles.
Well, that's why I was like, maybe it's contaminated metal. You know, metal wasn't properly cleaned before it was painted. I don't have that window. Huh. Well, we're gonna have to fix that. Now we should be at 90. 92, good enough. Oh, wrong one. Already in the paint shop. Pay attention. Hmm. Hmm. The black wheels. Okay. I just screwed that one up. Alright, now for me to do what I was planning on doing, I'll go over here quick and then go through the back side. Alright, let's see now. We're going to move this. Actually, we're going to bring this down. Bring this one down. And then bring this back just a bit so it doesn't burn your retinas when you look at it. That don't look too bad. Looking pretty darn good. Perfect. Let's put this back over car lift B. Looking snazzy. Typical Dodge Ram fashion. Blacked out windows. Alright. Now put this back up on the lift. And get ready to install new parts. However, I need to step away for just a few moments. I will be right back, so please don't go nowhere. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, folks. Dang dog decided he was going to play in the yard. So, alright. So, we're going to put some used parts in here. Let's see. Perfect. Alright. Well, then easier for when we decide to do a junkyard build. You know what I mean? Have everything ready to go. Alright, brake pad, you're next. Ah, yes. Compliments to that last car we did. And then, in theory, we can take, say, something like this, and we can, you know, possibly turn all these motors into one. You know, we have a LS motor right here. Hopefully it's got a good block and such. If we ever decide to do something like a Camaro or something. Alright. Now we're going to go back over. We're going to go into here. Scroll back over to this side. Boom. Look at that. Perfect. Wait, what was that? Velosport front right door window. What? Well, it looks to me like there's a window on it. Interesting. Alright. Now we're going to work on Grandma Chevelle. Now I know right out the hop we got to pull the motor. And the reason how I know that is because, well, I don't feel like taking off all the valve train and such inside the car. Plus I need to remove the cross member anyway. Ah, look at that. We need a starter as well. Beautiful. Ooh, new clutch plate as well by the looks of it. Alrighty. Oh wait, we're not done yet. We're going to move these down pipes. I think that's pretty much it. Pull the motor. The oil looks good. The cylinder heads are shot. I mean, they're just shot, man. They're shot. They're no good. Alright. Let's see here. Alright, I think we're ready to yank this out. Perfect. Go put this on the old engine stand over here. Oh, wrong one. And maybe we should go to this one right. No, I want to go down here. Stop fighting me. Huh, it's already assumed position. Okay. Alright, let's take a look at our list here. Cam gear, cam gear, clutch plate, crankshaft, bearing cap times 3, engine head times 2, oil filter, serpentine belt A and B, starter, timing chain, valve push rod, all the way. Looks like the rockers might still be good. Okay. And then we got these last few pieces here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, they are in the front end. Now, from what I can see, the cross member is 1. The 4 bushings make 5. And we have one lonely guy somewhere kicking around here. Which would probably be the fuel pump, if I had to guess. That, of course, is just a guess. So let's yank this out. Fuel pump. Okay, so we're left with 5 parts, which equal the front. So, the let's start by ripping off these coilovers and the sway bar and links. I'll do the same to this side. Sway bar and link B, you're gone. Alright, let's get rid of these bushing. Oh wait, we gotta get rid of the lower control arms. Have it all held in by the uppers. You can't see it, but they're drooping really bad. Okay, now we get rid of these bigger bushings. Beautiful. Yank that out of there. Now let's see if we can't go repair something. Huh? Huh. Didn't we just put all the parts in there? Alrighty then. Alright, starter, fuel pump, shot, cross member, all that fun stuff we're done too. So it's cross member E. E, I say E. Alright, let's see here. Cross member E. It's a cheap E. Alright, we also need 4 big bushings. Actually, I need to change the lower ones too, since I took them apart. So we need 8 bushings. We need a fuel pump, among other things that have to be changed on it, but we're only going to worry about the base of the car right now, the bottom end of it. And then the starter. Okay, got all that. Put all this back into place. Start at the rear. Put the fuel pump in. Good. Alright, now swing around here to the front. Let's put the lower cross member in, along with the bigger bushings. Even though I probably have a bunch of them kicking around, but you know. Got a few pages, but that don't mean nothing. How many of them are used? How many of them are old? You know. Perfect. Now sticking the lower control arm, which I know we can repair them. Yeah, all the stuff we're going to repair. For Grandma Chevelle. Perfect. Alright, let's try this one again, shall we? Guess it don't really matter now which one we put on where, because, well, they're all been repaired. Alright, sway bar and link B, you are next. You know what, that's not actually bad. 85% to 89%, that's not bad. 89 and 90, that's not bad at all either. Alright, now we're going to rush over to the other side here. Lower control arm, here we go. Now we're going to put on the outer sway bar and link B. And now the coilover. Now they do request that we align a zip. Oh, wait, we're going to move this. Move that over to the Ram. Now we're going to move this car over to the test path. They would like us to align the front. How about we go all the way around? I'm scared to see what the headlights are like. Ooh. Oi. I mean, maybe Graham's tried to align them, but dang. Alright. Wheel alignment, done. Change oil will be done when we put the motor back in. We've got a few parts done, you know, just a few. Alright. Now we gotta rip the whole dang motor apart. Yep. Which means we're basically gonna be down to bare block because I gotta take that crankshaft out. Yeah, buddy. Alright, we're gonna flip this over, but let me see something. Wait, yeah, we're gonna finish putting the rest of these parts into part storage here, which they should have already been, but you know, whatever. Oh, maybe I'll just on engine, maybe? I don't know. Leaf spring. Huh. Alright. Now, I don't see anything else in here that can be repaired. Oh, wait. Brake pads, we can use them. No, I'm not seeing anything else. Let's just double check with this inventory here. Cool. Everything gone. We made ourselves $181. Alright, now we're going to spin this over. Only because I'm going to yank this entire top side of the motor apart. Pull the pistons. Oops. Pull the crank caps. Now I don't technically have to take the distributor off, but we're going to anyway, just for the sake of it. There we go. Yeah, I guess, yeah. The rocker arms don't seem too bad a shape. You know, the bolts seem to be coming out pretty easy, so that's good. However, it does need all new valve or the push rods there, so we'll get on that. Now, like I say, that Ram behind us, that's going to get sold, so I'm not really going to worry too much about painting it. Now, if it was to be added to our collection, well, that's one thing, but no. We got our main shop truck outside, so. That's good. Now we move the sparky plugs. Perfect. Exhaust manifold. We should be able to take cylinder head off now. Yeah, buddy. And the pistons don't seem too bad. Now, the reason why I'm moving all this stuff is because I'm planning on refinishing the block, so hopefully we can make it work good, you know. Basically build grandma or grandpa a brand new motor. It was grandma's car. Grandpa took it over, tried to fix some of the stuff on it, but according to the grandson, he didn't quite get where he wanted to go with it. This was kind of above his pay grade, so to speak, so they brought it to us, hoping that we could repair it for him. And yeah, we're going to do that, but we're going to go above and beyond what he asked. Because they only ever asked me to change the parts that are wrong with it. Now, when I have a soft spot for people, I tend to go above and beyond, you know what I mean? When they got a heartwarming story, I tend to go above and beyond. I end up paying out of pocketbook at that point, but whatever, it is what it is, right? Alright, head covers off. Rockers are out, ish, almost. Not bad when all the rockers come out with ease. With ease, I say, with ease. Alright, now the push rods. See, I actually prefer streaming this game over doing videos on it because I can do more things. I'm not limited to what I can and cannot do because of time constraints. But I ain't gonna forget that this is the game right here that really more or less built my channel. Well, that and American Truck Simulator, but we don't talk about that one. Alright. Pull the old camshaft, or bump stick as people call it. Now spin her back around and take apart the bottom end. I'm not really too worried about damaging the crankshaft because it's going to be changed anyways, so. Alright, now the crank cap. Oh, missed one back here. Plus we're going to be resurfacing the block and shaping the block up, we'll say. There we go. And there we go. And here we go. Let's remove all these piston rings. We almost got ourselves here a bare block, folks. A bare block. After we move the crankshaft, it will be bare. B-E-A-U-T-ful. Alright. Move it from the engine stand. Bring it over here. Now we're going to go on a parts cleaning spree. Only one cylinder head's good. But for the price, I'm probably going to go, actually, you know what, we're going to keep that head without touching it. We can use it on a different project. As long as this number's matching block to the car, I'm good with that. But as I was saying, the aftermarket heads, performance heads, are the same cost as factory heads. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a no-brainer to just get the aftermarket heads. But then if they ever decide to do something to it later on down the road, it's got the cylinder heads to accommodate for it. You know what I mean? So, alright, let's go through our inventory here. Get a crank. 1, 2, 3. And this. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And we do. Clutch plate? Yep. Okay. That's going to get confusing as heck. We don't need a gearbox. We don't need a front drive axle. But we do need these other pieces left in here, because they're for the Ram. Do we need a pressure, or is it just a clutch plate? Yeah, it's just a clutch plate, okay. Yeah, okay. We're right on cue. Need oil filter, cam gear, timing chain, belt A, belt B. What? Teaser. I thought I was able to, yeah. Alright, well, I guess that's it. Let's order some parts up. Alright, clutch plate. We need one of you. Crankshaft. We need one of you. Bearing caps. We need 3 of you. We're not going to go with you here. Push rods. We need all 16 of them. Oil filter. We got you. Cam gear. We got you as well. Timing chain. Of course. Belt A. A belt B. And then we need a cylinder head. Okay. Well, that's Hello. What the? Really? Oh. Oops. Like I said, it's been a minute since we've been on here, so taking a little bit of time to get used to redoing everything again. $100%. 100%. 100%. 100% on the coil. 100% on the other clip B. Oh, ooh, look at that. Everything's at 100. 100, 100, 100. That's what my plan was. Well, maybe not everything's at 100, but you get what I'm saying. Alright, I'll put the timing chain on. Timing cover. Shouldn't have did that yet, because I put undue amount of pressure on the crankshaft. As long as we don't hear, we're good. It's got the old leave the driveway warranty. Warranty's valid till you leave the driveway. Yeah, it's no longer valid anymore. Alright, I'll put this piston rings in, as y'all can see. And we almost got them all in. Alright, there we go. Beautiful. Alright, let's see. Now we're going to put the old rod caps on. Alright, well, maybe we'll do another stream tomorrow of this as well. Maybe. Maybe. I've got me just a bit of time more that we can spend on it. Perfect. Perfection there. Flywheel. Clutch plate. Pressure plate. Put in the old 5 bolts. And now we're going to put in the release bearing. Good. Good, good, good. Now the water pump. This is a crank pulley, which should have the alternator belt on next. Oh, power steering belt. My bad. Which is B. Water pump pulley. Good. Now the alternator belt. Or the charger whirler belt. the fan, which I believe we got repaired. Alright, now it's cylinder head time. Start with the passenger side first. Get a little bit of stump. And we're going to do the driver's side. And just to make sure, I can't remember if I'm able to do this for this one or not. We're going to bring it over to the car before we go any further. You know what I mean? That way then if we got to take them all back off, it's just a matter of removing a few bolts, not having to take out all the push rods, the rockers. Alright. They like what they have. They like what they see. Everything's good. Alright, now let's finish this motor. Actually, would they want us to change for fluid-wise? Power steering and brake fluid. The brake fluid is going bye-bye. The power steering fluid is also going bye-bye. Perfect. Alright, now put this motor together. Actually, before we get any further in depth, I'm going to put the spark plugs in. Perfect. Alright, just give me a moment here. I just got to unplug my phone. It doesn't cook the battery on me. We don't need that. I don't need that to happen. Alrighty. Let's see. I have to put on the exhaust manifold. Beautiful. Now we're going to finish off the push rods on this side. And then once all the push rods are in, then what we're going to do is we're going to put the rocker arms in. It should be pretty good. Good. Hey, what's happening? Alright, got a couple more left on this side. Then we're going to do the same on the other side. Waiting on Car Mechanic Simulator 2026 to come out for console. Not able to get the demo for this yet, so makes me want to buy a PC. There we go. Put the engine head cover on, or valve cover, take your pick on however you want to pronounce it. Alright, intake now. Good. Nice and refreshed, refurbished. Now we can do the exhaust manifold on the driver's side. Beautiful. Now the sparky plugs. Beautiful. Good. I'll worry about the plug wires in a minute here. Let's finish getting the cylinder head put back together. Put all the valve train and components on. There we go. There we go. Here we are. And there we go. Alright. Yeah. And see, I thought I bought a brand new push rods for it. I guess I did. Because it's all done. Now the rockers, then the head cover, spark plug wires, carburetor, air filter base, air filter, air filter lid, and then yeah. Nope, this is a V8. Looks like a 4-cylinder from this angle, doesn't it? No, it's V8. OHV. Not the big dog of the OHVs, but yeah, it is what it is. Alright, carburetor. Air filter base. Air filter. And the lid. That's alright, it's all good. It's all good. Alright, now we're going to actually put fluid into this. Like they requested. Alright, I'm going to see. There it is. Put some oil in it. Get her all lubed up. Ah, man, we made a mess again. Gotta clean that up with the rag. See that rag right there? It's a magic rag. Only appears under black light. The black light? Nah. Good enough for me, good enough for thee. Alright, now we're gonna fill up over here. Good. Now, close that down. We don't need to go into there no more. Put this up. And finish putting the whole underside together now. Gearbox first, or transmission. Now the starter. The drive shaft. And now the downpipes. OHVA. I think we are basically finished. Alright, our value total right now is $197,356. Let's see how much we get for this job, shall we? Boom, $7,312. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, we got 6 more points. Everything's been unlocked there. I guess we can run a little bit faster. We still got 2 points left, but we're gonna have to wait on those. Alright. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do this one. Oh, hey, what do we got going on here? Straight 6. Look at that little gearbox. Now, where's the bad exhaust noise maker? And we got ourselves a bad muffler. A bad muffler. Alright, but so I can get rid of them off the list, I need this and these. Perfect. And I can clear this list, I believe. Let's see, everything. Yep. Alright, so we need a rear muffler OHV, and we need ourselves a gearbox. Let's quickly get this one done here. Simple, simple. There we go, yank that off. Let's get rid of this drive shaft. Now, where's the starter? It is right here. Hell, that is mine. Now, the transmission.
Can start it without exhaust.
Yeah, you can start it without the exhaust, you just can't drive it. If that makes sense. Okay, so we need the rear muffler HV, and we need the gearbox I4 rear wheel drive. Alright. No, we ain't putting that drive shaft on. That's for my truck. Simple. And we is done. 1,600 bucks, not bad. Alrighty, now it's this time. Okay, yep.
Can we hear the sound again?
Yeah. You want it with or without the exhaust? This is with the exhaust. And then,
Without
let's,
exhaust.
alright. And now let's go burn our hands. To me, personally, there's not really much difference. Alright. What am I doing? Hey man, I'm back up. I want to go over here. Alright, now let's remove the Y pipe here. There we go. Now it's straight off the manifolds. So I mean, there's not really much difference. I guess it does have a little bit more of a throaty sound. Alright, let's put that exhaust piece back on, 'cause this is the shop truck, and I do use it normally quite regularly, so, and I can't leave the yard with it without the exhaust on. Alright, well, I think what we're going to do now, I think we're going to actually head to the junkyard. Yeah, like I was saying, there's not really much difference with or without the exhaust on. It's just, for some reason, they just won't let you drive it anywhere without the exhaust on it. There we go. Alright, let's see. I'm looking for a specific car. I might actually have one in my inventory, I'm not sure. But I'm planning on building it after the Ram. If I can find it. Because I for sure believe I'm not going to the car auction to buy this car. It's way too expensive. There's nothing in here. Huh? What? I got a BMW here. BMW 2002 Turbo. You know, they want about 100 and a little bit less than what it's worth. Full cylinder. The i4 M31 Turbo. The Willys Jeep Skyline. I love how this fuse box is just sitting there suspended in midair. That's beautiful. Missing tires. Yep, the whole driver's side. Oh, yeah, driver's side. Needs a new motor. Huh. Alright, I guess it's time to head back to the garage and see if I actually have one of those cars I'm looking for in my inventory. Or my parking garage, parking lot, whatever you want to call it. Alright, let's take a little gander here. I'm not seeing it. I am really not seeing what I'm looking for. Oh, for sure, I had one. But this one right here could probably work. It's a bit of an overhaul. You know, we're up 495 bucks on it. Got her out of the junkyard. Now it's only got 45,000 miles on it. Definitely looked like she's seen better days, that's for sure. But alright. Let's get this thing finished. I'm pretty sure I got drive axle D. Alright, now we need the rear front shock absorber caps. Front springs. Sway bar B, I'm hoping. Inner tie rods, outer tie rods, leaf spring, 4 U-bolts, 2 plates, 2 springs, and 2 of these. We need 12 of these, 2 of those, 2 of these. Yeah, steering rack, 2 sway bar and link Bs, 2 upper control arms. I don't know why I bought those, I didn't need them. Alright, we need full caliper, 4 cylinders, 4 pads. Come down here, go over here to brakes, grab 4 of these. And it never fails, but I always tend to get the wrong rear exhaust muffler for this thing. Yep. Now where is... There it is right there, V8 Hemi. And middle, right there. And then the rear, I don't know. We'll get them both. I've already got the tires for it, tires and wheels. And after this truck, we're going to be calling it a night. And then we'll be back on tomorrow with the build on that, plus a few other customers' vehicles. I knew I was forgetting some stuff. I'm going to try to get all the underside done, for the most part. You know what I mean? Alright, let's see here now.
Can we put custom motor in it like it come with a V6? We can do a flat 6 in it. Can do it in this game.
If you have PC and you have the mod to do it, yeah, but I can't do it in here. I'm not on console. They're very, very picky on what you can and cannot do on a console. Because what I would like to do is, for instance, the Toyota Corolla style car. It's 4-cylinder rear-wheel drive. What I would love to do is something like that, is put a V12 in it. That's what I'd like to do with it, but no, they won't let you. Maybe in 2026 you'll be able to, but not in this one. You can only put motors in that is designated for that vehicle. So, like, for instance, let me come over here for a minute. Let's see. I'll bring this one up.
WTF V12 raising hands, grinning face with smiling eyes, grinning face with smiling eyes.
Heck yeah, V12. Heck, I'd put a V12 in everything. Even a go-kart if I could. But like, see, for instance, this car. See how it's got the swap options? You can put a carb, V8 1 carb OHV, V8 2 carb OHV supercharged, 2 carb OHV Hemi 446 pack, Ford Cobra Jet 429, Ford 302 small block. Those are the only motors you can put in this car, unfortunately. Alright, now, let's get this old truck built. Actually, I'm pretty sure that was a cheap one, or cheaper one. Put that on, I'll put this in, and now we're going to put this in. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, let's put the leaf springs on, or the I know I was forgetting something, right? You know, I always forget something. Always. Don't worry, I'll figure this out. It's been a minute, you know. Trying to get back in the rhythm of things. You know. Alright, got little bushings in on this side. Put the plates on. The U-bolts. Love it when it zooms in like that on me. It's not supposed to, but it does it anyway. Alright, backing plate. Solid drive axle. Alright, put those bolts in. Put on the rotor. The brake pad. Caliper cylinder. Beautiful. Now the wheel. Yeah, that looks alright, I guess. That could work. I can dig it. Alright, now we're going to repeat the process for this side. There we go. Well, almost repeated anyway. Do a little bit different. Perfect. Now we're going to put the old U-bolts in. There we go. Steering knuckle C, or rear axle knuckle housing C, I should say. Forgot steering knuckles in the front. Alright, rotor, pad, caliper and caliper cylinder. Good. Now with the wheel on. I don't know why I couldn't choose it there, but okay, whatever. Perfect. Decent gap between that and the leaf spring. Awesome. Over the width on the tires. Good. On our way up front here. On the cross member C. And the bigger bushings. And we got 4 of them, so it's Put them all in. Alright, I'm going to run across to the other side here. Well, not run across, but we're going to stretch across, you know, stretch Armstrong features. There we go. Now we're going to stick in the front drive axle D. Hey, I did get it right too. Steering rack. Sway bar B, hopefully. Hey, I got it right, Woody, now. Inner tie rod. Steering rack. Brain's all over the place right now. Lower control arm. Upper control arm. Coilover. And sway bar link B. Backing plate. Wheel hub. Wheel bearing. Rotor. Drive axle A. Pad, caliper, caliper cylinder, and then the tire. It might be sticking out too much on the front though. Yeah, maybe. Still looks pretty decent though, I think. No, maybe not. That's about the same. As long as the track's true, that's all that really matters, right? Yes, we're getting something. Alright, now let's see if we can do this without screwing it up. Inner tie rod. Steering knuckle housing C, front. Upper control arm with 2 bushings. Bigger bushings, I might add. Outer tie rod. Lower control arm, or bottom suspension arm B, with 2 bushings. The coilover. Now the sway bar link B. Yep. The backing plate for front axle knuckle cover. Wheel hub. Wheel bearing. Front drive axle D. Rotor, pads, and caliper cylinder. And then what comes next? The wheel. Beautiful. Alright. I wonder. How many ponies has this motor got? Alright, so it's a fully built motor. Specifically built for this truck. Now we're going to have to build a motor for the truck. Because this one is getting removed. I normally don't do this, as a rule. But tonight we are. Why? Because I can. Alright, we're going to dump this up over here. Get rid of this, the Y pipe. Enhance our way in here. Let's remove out the starter. Gearbox. We're going to drain the oil out of it. Cool. Well, that's doing that. Alright, got a bunch of relays and fuses we gotta remove. I guess we should maybe remove the fuses first, huh? There. Oh, got some relay seizing here. I see. There we go. Now we can remove that finally. Alright, let's see here. What do we need? Everything. Everything. Now that's always a double. Alright, so we need the air filter base, air filter cover. We need the clip B's, or A's I mean. Okay, we need coolant reservoir B. What else do we need? Brake servo, power steering reservoir, windshield washer reservoir, rat. No, we already got that. We don't need another one. We're gonna need an air filter actually. I need an ECU. Even though I could just take one out of that truck, but what was it again? ECU type A. Okay. And then we need. Actually, I might rob all the exhaust off of that truck. I don't need to. I already got all brand new. Okay. Alrighty, let's see here now. The truck's got a fuel filter. As far as I know, we should be good out of here. Rather there. Boom. Significantly increased the cost of the truck. 88,000 we're up to right now. Nice. Alright, now we need this. We have this. Air filter basin. Air filter performance. The lid. And now the clip A's. I've always thought that I had a spare fan kicking around, but I don't know what happened to it. There we go. Now we're going to go use this truck after we put this back. As we need that, and we need that. Sometimes it's nice having multiple parts of something. I believe this motor is ready to come out. Yep. Alright. Yank this motor out. Move you over to car. Oh, wait. Hey. Car lift B. However, we do need electronics. I think I should have enough fuses and relays, I hope. Just enough, probably by the looks of it. I mean, like, literally, it was like I pre-planned for this and I didn't. Normally, I don't swap engines like this. I don't know, I just don't have the energy tonight to build a motor for this truck. I don't know why, but I just don't. Now, this is just ironic. I had exactly all the exact number of parts and pieces I needed to put that thing together, put the fuse box together. And that don't happen too often. I promise you that. Alright. Alright, it's time to put that motor in there now. Boom. Truck's worth 160. This is coming off. I'm going to put another one on there. Only because, out of respect for that, wait, what was missing right there? Out of respect for that truck, I do want to put some of this stuff back on it. You know what I mean? So. Perfect. Alright, now we're going to put some windshield washer fluid in it. So like I'm saying, after we're done with this truck, we're going to be calling it a night. But I will be back on tomorrow in the afternoonish sometime, my time. So watch out for those watch out for that stream. It'll be the continuation to this one. Or we probably will build another motor for that truck. Now, where's the dipstick? Perfect. Alright, we need some power steering fluid in this beast. There we go. Fill this up. And then we can hop underneath the truck, put the transmission, transfer case, all that fun stuff on. Good enough. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, no, we're not using that one. I need to get another one for it. Alright, where are you? I know it's in here somewhere. There it is. There we go. Put this on now. Now the transfer case. Nope. Those parts and pieces cannot be reused on this truck. They all got to go back onto that one. Because that will be the color that will be used. And we'll put this on. I think we're pretty much there. Well, almost. Oh, starter. I'm missing a starter. Now we should be at 100% for parts. Yep. And it's at, body's at 92% because I don't have the license plates on it. Alright, let's run this over to dyno first. And then we're going to align it all. Yeah, I'd drive that truck. IRL. Yeah, I could support that factor. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Gear ratio's at 488, good. Alright, read this one. Alright, see what this bad boy makes. I'm going to say roughly around 745 horsepower, somewhere around there. But while we're doing this, don't forget everybody, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and if you click subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell. Helps the channel grow, helps everything. .749 horsepower, 5,500 RPM, which is an increase of 355 horsepower or 90%, and 740 pound-feet of torque at 4,400. Increase of 341 pound-feet or 86%. Drag rating is now B302. Not bad. Now let's bring it over to the alignment shop. I can dig it. Kind of almost don't want to get rid of it now. Now I'll build another one. Alright, now we're going to do the old headlights. Slide to the left just a bit. Just a lot of bit. And now we're going to slide it down, slide to the right. Just a lot of bit. Perfect. Alright, and she is ready to be sold. Perfection. Alright. Luckily we had a motor in stock. Ish. Put a lot of time into painting that motor up. What's the grand total on her now? $175,740. Which would be a profit of about, in all fairness, probably around 100 to 110 maybe. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. Somewhere around 100 to 110,000 profit. So that's not too bad. Alright, let's add this to our money pile. Bye-bye, Yellow Sport. Hello, Moolah. Aha. Alright, so for those of y'all that aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, please. If you enjoyed the stream, please hit that like button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. We are going to be leaving it here. Tomorrow we are going to be, when I stream tomorrow again, we're going to be working on this, a few other customer vehicles, and we are going to be rebuilding the motor for this, or building a motor for this again. So, look forward to that. And I'd like to thank everybody who has been watching, and we will catch you all on the next stream. Alright, I can't even spoke tonight. Wow. Alright, everyone. I'll see y'all or talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.